Hello everyone, in the last episode we had just discovered a map that would probably lead to the Fount of Rajivari, and this is the delivery of that map to our Master Yuan. And she apparently received a message from Nalin Raylock.
My villages and yours, Jedi. Interesting to think about.
He seems to be mad that his people didn't attack me.
My people. It doesn't matter. There's other routes to the Fount of Rajivari. Interfere, and I'll kill you.
You mad, bro? Jeez.
Nalin has truly fallen then, and he wants you dead. You must be vigilant.
I'm always vigilant.
There must be a way to save Nalin, Master, or reason with him.
Like I said, I am trying to be a light side Jedi.
Risk yourself. We still have the Fount of Rajivari to find. Let me see those coordinates, Padawan. Perhaps I can get us started.
Yes, please. Let's get started on finding the Fount of Rajivari. Looking at that map, I really can't make anything of it. So I was like, what the hell am I supposed to select in this?
I mean, sense it's right, Master Yuan. So the second coordinate must be the Tythos Ridge.
Yeah, I have no idea how my character got that,
but that leaves this coordinate.
You got to that conclusion, but...
We can't triangulate the Fount of Rajivari without it. Perhaps it's a rock formation.
With two of us, the search would take half as long.
You just want all the points to yourself, don't you? You and your little scorekeeper deity.
Look, in the map's code, there's something else hidden here. A warning?
Maybe.
The Fount of Rajivari has mechanisms for intruders. Only those who know Rajivari's path will walk through unscathed to gain his wisdom.
Mechanisms for intruders can only mean one thing.
But according to this, knowledge of Rajivari's philosophy will protect you. Fascinating. We know Kaleth was Rajivari's stronghold, and excavators have uncovered ancient computer terminals in Upper Kaleth. Those terminals might hold answers, if they weren't all locked with passwords.
Yeah, the hilt, in fact, basically unlocks all of those things.
To the Fount of Rajivari. It could unlock these terminals too.
Yes, it could.
Of course. Those engravings, some of them resemble security algorithms.
How convenient.
Go to Upper Kaleth and investigate those terminals for any clue. I'll wait here for Kaisan. We're close, Padawan, I know it.
Yes, we are, Yuan. So this is one of the terminals that she mentions. And this is one of the Master Rajivari students.
The council survived. We failed. They'll come for us. They'll have to lay siege if they want to take us prisoner. We can't give in. Master Rajivari's fifth principle says, showing mercy to an enemy creates a spiral of destruction. We'll take plenty of Jedi with us.
Like I said, Rajivari was a little bit of an extremist now, wasn't he? Anyone who actually wants to pass the trials of Rajivari should know the things that these guys say.
Master Rajivari formed an army from the allies he found past the mountains. We could sure use them now. But they vanished. Just left their servants. Those cannibals in their stupid camps. Master Rajivari's second principle says all life is a battle, even to your last breath. But our allies didn't leave us a choice.
And the third student of Rajivari. Or should I say the third terminal that contains that of a third student.
The bleeding won't stop. Blast it! Why'd I watch Vadria's back? Master Rajivari's seventh principle said it. Sacrificing your strength is the path of a fool. I should have just let her die. It doesn't matter. The siege is nearly over. This can only end one way.
With your death, I presume. So with all this knowledge, we go back to our Master Yuan.
Master Yuan, I have the clues we need.
Oh, Padawan. Back already? What clues did you find?
The terminals held the last words of Rajivari's apprentices.
What he neglects to say is that each of those words is basically a rule to Rajivari.
Remarkable.
Yeah, he tried to kill the council, which is again what I say, he's a bit extremist.
Should we focus on getting to the Fount of Rajivari?
Yes, and when Kaisan brings us the final coordinate, you can... Wait, where is Kaisan? It's been... How long was I
She's got like Alzheimer's or something.
I could go and find Kaisan, just to make sure he's alright.
He mentioned the waterfall caves, didn't he? If Kaisan has the last coordinate, you can triangulate the Fount of Rajivari. There's no time to waste, Padawan. Go, and may the Force be with you both.
So let's go find Kaisan, shall we? And this is the cave behind the waterfalls that they were speaking of. And as you can see, we now have Nalin's followers. All these little worshippers who believe that Nalin is the answer to their problems. You're just gonna get vibro-bladed is what's gonna happen here. Ooh, rock to the face! Something that's really gotta be said about this game is the animations are pretty solid most of the time, and they feel just about right. Which is a good thing, because like I've mentioned a whole bunch of times, I am a sucker for animations. However, I also have to say that the engine still needs a lot of work, because it has a whole bunch of graphical glitches, and it strains your machine unnecessarily. It really does. I mean, you probably can't tell that much by this video, but trust me, my machine should run this game 100 FPS plus easy mode. And in certain areas it struggles to achieve 20, which is just ridiculous. So, whatever. But anyways, this is the cave where Kaisan Fess is. He's actually been made a prisoner by these Nalin followers. I am now actually trying out my form of CC, which is the Force Lift there. As you can see, it basically works like the Paladin's Repentance from World of Warcraft, which is pretty sweet. Just threw a droid in that guy's face. How do you like them apples? Also like this thing very much. The Force Push, Force Throw, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's the AoE thing that basically pushes everyone away. Extremely useful if you're a mage, because you can keep people away from you while still using your ranged attacks like the Telekinetic Throw, which is the thing that I use the most. Because it is the Sage's filler skill, basically. I mean, if this was a hunter, Telekinetic Throw would be my steady shot. At least back in the days where I used to play World of Warcraft, steady shot used to be one of those staple skills for several hunter specs. Hope I'm not saying anything barbaric here, but I do believe that is the case. Once again, coming up to these guys, I don't actually have my CC ready, but I do have my Telekinetic Throw. Throw it right in his face. Now have a rock in the face as well and get lightsabered. This is something that tends to happen a lot, I've noticed, which is when I'm trying to keep on killing people, sometimes he just automatically begins looting. It is incredibly annoying. We are going to be clearing the cave here because I don't want to get any surprise aggro, even though I do not believe that you would get surprise aggro from these guys, but whatever. Nalin's loyalists, Nalin's follower, a whole bunch of fanatics is what I gotta say to that. You are not skilled enough to wield a vibroblade, my friend. I am very sorry about that. Looks like we got another two guys over there. Make sure to meditate, regenerate our health and force. And let's take them on, shall we? Ooh, that was almost like a stone toilet to the face. Yeah, the cool thing is that it also stuns them, apparently. A little bit of telekinetic throw in your face, throwing pebbles in your eyes. Get a little bit of meditation going there and get ready to free Kaisan. Kaisan is being held by an elite unit, I believe. That there's like an elite guy over there that we're going to have to take a little bit more care of. Yeah, there he is. A Twilight Sentry. And a couple of guards. So I am being extremely cautious just to make sure that I don't die unnecessarily. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and CC this guy, pull the other ones back, kill the other two, and then I'll have this one just for my lonesome. So come at me, bros. Actually, two melee guys. Thank you very much for that. Oh, and so weak you are. Have a rock to the face and good night. Now only the sentry is remaining, so let's run up to him because we have no skills available whatsoever. Here comes a telekinetic throw, and now run up to him and just ram him against a pole or something. Boom! Yep, there you go. Now get lightsaber. Well, I keep saying get lightsabered, but at this point in the game I only have the vibroblade, so technically it's get vibrobladed. But yeah, not a huge challenge as we free Kaisan Fess, who supposedly has the last coordinate for the Fountain of Rajivari. It's kind of a close call there. I believe that I am below 20%. Not nice at all. Or is it below 30? I can barely see the video at this point. Oh, too late. Ooh, you were captured by Nalin Raylock. How could you fail me this much, Kaisan?
Try to treat your injuries.
All my points for feet, so apparently in his religion, if he's captured alive, he loses all the points. That's kind of harsh. No wonder she turns her face away. Have you seen your face, dude? Seriously? Come on.
You're still a person, Kaisan, whether you have a score or not.
You don't understand. I need my points. And you have a weak mind too, because apparently you got mind tricked by that Nalin Raylock.
Kaisan, Master Yuan has been at the Jedi Temple for hours. Nalin must have used some force trick to make you think he was Yuan.
Ooh, you mad, bro? Good. Release your anger. So Nalin has all the coordinates. Okay. Well, if Nalin has all the coordinates, that's too bad.
Shouldn't waste any time.
We just have to get there faster. We shall see if there is any good that you can do, Kaisan Fess, and this is when we get Kaisan Fess as our companion. So with Kaisan Fess, we basically head over to the Forge, because that is where you can actually go into the location where the Fount of Rajivari is being held. That little green glow that you saw to our right there is a graphical glitch. It happens all the time. Maybe it's just me, but I can pretty much tell you it happens to me all the friggin' time. Now we're going to be taking out a couple more Flesh Raiders here. With the companion, it's a lot easier, and I mean a lot easier. He's got like a vibro staff, which almost works like a double-bladed lightsaber, which is pretty sweet. He gets to basically tank, and I get to just wreak havoc like a bastard. Problem here is that he only tanks one mob at a time at this particular point. He still doesn't do AoE tanking, and I'm not sure if he will ever will, but it's not really necessary. I mean, I can pretty much tank a couple of mobs too, and by what I've seen in the S-list, if that's any justification of what to expect, it's not going to be such a big deal to it's not going to be such a big deal to go ahead and tank a couple of mobs every now and then, but the S-list is just the first instance, so I assume things should get harder if we take into example other MMOs of genre. So this is where we were supposed to find the Fountain of Rajivari. We came inside this little section here, and this ruined Acropolis, and once we got inside we saw the little Jedi Counselor phase thingy. Now, to overcome these challenges, I actually made the wrong dialogue choices because I wasn't aware of the fact that I would have to actually select the Rajivari's options.
Rajivari's apprentices were flawed, but they walked the fire and were reborn.
Because here's the thing, in here light or dark doesn't matter, you're just supposed to answer it like a puzzle. So if you paid attention to those if you paid attention to the recordings of Rajivari's apprentices, you should be able to pass this just fine. See there, sacrifice is foolish.
No. How can sacrificing my strength make me more powerful?
That is one of the Rajivari's
Master
principles.
Rajivari's teachings have guided you. Go forward, Seeker.
This is the first test. I passed the first test, but on the second test I was like, man, that was kind of risky and I don't want to risk getting any dark side points. But it actually shows up in the dialogue, so I could have just said whatever I wanted and it wouldn't even count. It's just, I'm trying to roleplay, and this type of stuff is really kind of anti-roleplay. Basically, you know, answering wrongfully. I don't know, it just feels that there should be something indicating that this is a puzzle. Because I would have picked everything right. I would have known all the right answers in this thing.
I came here to prove myself to Nalin, but the traps, it doesn't matter. You're the enemy. If I can still hold a blade, I can stick you in the
See there,
heart.
you were supposed to pick I won't show you mercy,
No living creature's suffering can be ignored.
but
Mercy leads to a
see,
spiral of destruction.
mercy leads to a spiral of destruction, because that is what was said by the Rajivari apprentices. And you see, now you get cursed by a debuff because you picked the wrong,
But all things in time.
because you were supposed to pick the evil choice, because Rajivari, as I've mentioned, is a fallen Jedi. So all of his, well, not all of them, but most of his principles are evil. So you should have just picked, you should have just shown no mercy to that guy. It's just, again, it's all about the roleplay. I want to roleplay a good Jedi. It feels wrong to go ahead and just tell the guy, oh, I don't care about you, I don't care about your mercy, and whatever. And here I was just exploring it a little bit, making sure I wasn't missing any chests or anything, and it's annoying as hell, this debuff, I have to say. It is a really annoying debuff. Look at that. Look at how long I have to walk like that. It's ridiculous. Now here in the stone, I don't really remember what the choices were, but as they pop up now in the video, I'm gonna see if I can figure out which one would actually be the right one if I wasn't such a good Jedi. As soon as you touch the stone, cyanogen gas. Ooh. Try to stop the gas method. I think probably the best way to be would be attack the stone. But I did the meditate thing because that would be the correct thing that a Jedi would do, I think. But now you get another debuff as a present. So basically I would have missed 2 of the puzzles. And I got 1 right because I was like, I'm just gonna say that sacrifice is foolish, whatever. And there is Master Rajivari.
Of course, here is the other. Seekers of forbidden knowledge always have their pursuers. If you came for Nalin Ralok, he has been and gone. So much is fleeting. But I remain, and I remain the man I was. Rajivari.
This is pretty much the same way that Obi-Wan Kenobi stayed alive, and Yoda and
The Council
Qui-Gon
struck you down
Jinn.
thousands of years ago.
Your pet is brighter than he looks.
Pet. Pet would be an adequate description of that overgrown reptile.
I refuse to become one with the Force. How could I? The Jedi were still imperfect. Here, in my laboratory, I had refined certain devices. I could give one chosen apprentice decades of experience in a day. An apprentice to become worthy to carry my vision.
Indeed, he is the founder of
Wisdom and knowledge
Rajivari.
were preserved through you and these devices you created.
I have waited for new acolytes. I believed Nalin Ralok was a suitable candidate.
Fortunately, it seems that he failed your tests.
Disappointment. Nalin walked through the traps instead of solving them. He suffered greatly.
Yeah, he didn't have the blade of the first hilt. I mean, the hilt of the first blade.
Mind intact. Nalin, alas, did not.
He was actually already pretty much crazed up by the time we found him.
Can anything be done for Nalin?
Possible, but doubtful. I miscalculated. Nalin's mind wasn't equal to the wisdom he demanded.
He's a Twi'lek. What do you expect?
Not a successor, but a monster. Nalin will not remake the Jedi. He wishes to destroy them and everything else on this world, beginning with the Great Forge, where lightsabers are made.
Yeah, he has an appetite for destruction.
Without the Forge, the Jedi lose their martial power. You must stop Nalin before he destroys it.
I should have asked, isn't this what you wanted? But I do ask, what is the
Master
Forge?
Yuan hasn't discussed this forge with me.
In my time, it crafted our blades and scientific instruments. Now, lightsabers are created there.
This is when you get the small little chill in your spine. Lightsabers!
But you carry the hilt of the first blade, an old friend. A simple procedure would convert it to a working lightsaber hilt, and perhaps a crystal from the Forge caves to power it, given its age.
Lightsaber.
I appreciate your guidance, Master Rajivari.
Pass through the caves and seek the Forge at the mountain summit. Stop Nalin, this abomination my knowledge has created.
I understand what's at stake, and what you've made. I'll find him.
Like I've mentioned, I am being a good Jedi.
The Jedi Order. Someday, I will see it saved.
That's going to be it for this particular video, so stay tuned for the next one where we will craft a lightsaber. See you guys in the next one.